Today we will discuss about the reservation policy in India. First, introduction. Reservation is a system stabilized by a government that provides equal opportunity to socially and economically backward citizens. This system allows certain people to participate in the fairness competition of acquiring the best education and employment. Now we'll discuss about the historical background of reservation policy in India. William Hunter and Jyotirao Phule in 1882 originally conceived the idea of caste-based reservation system. The reservation system that exists today in its true sense was introduced in 1933 when British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald presented the Communal Award. The award made provisions for separate electorates for Muslim, Sikhs, Indian Christians, Anglo-Indians, Europeans, and the Dalits. After long negotiations, Gandhi and Ambedkar signed the Pune Pact, where it was decided that there would be a single Hindu electorate with certain reservation in it. After independence, initially reservations were provided only for SCs and STs. OBCs were included in the ambit of reservation in 1991 on the recommendation of the Mandal Commission. Moving to the next slide, now we will discuss about the Mandal Commission. In exercise of the power conferred by Article 340 of the Constitution, the President appointed a backward class commission in December 1978 under the chairmanship of B.P. Mandal. The commission was formed to determine the criteria for defining India's socially and educationally backward classes and to recommend steps to be taken for the advancement of those classes. The Mandal Commission concluded that India's population consisted of approximately 52% of OBCs, therefore 27% government jobs should be reserved for them. The Commission has developed 11 indicators of social, educational, and economic backwardness. Apart from identifying backward classes among Hindus, the Commission has also identified backward classes among non-Hindus, example Muslims, Sikhs, Christians, and Buddhists. It has generated an all India other backward classes list of 3,743 castes and a more unprivileged, depressed backward. Now we will discuss about constitutional provisions for reservation policy in India. Part 14 deals with reservation of SC and ST in central and state legislatures. Article 15 subclause 4 and Article 16 subclause 4 of the Constitution enable the state and central government to reserve seats in government services for the members of SC and ST. The Constitution was amended by the Constitution 77th Amendment Act 1995 and a new Clause 4A was inserted in Article 16 to enable the government to provide reservation in promotion. Later, Clause 4A was modified by the Constitution amended 85th Amended Act 2001 to provide consequential seniority to SC and ST candidates promoted by giving reservation. Constitutional 81st Amended Act 2000 inserted Article 16 subclause B, which enables the state to file the unfilled vacancies for a year which are reserved for SC and STs in the succeeding year, thereby nullifying the ceiling of 50% reservation on total number of vacancies of that year. Article 330 and 332 provides for specific representation through reservation of seats for SCs and STs in the Parliament and in the state legislature assemblies respectively. Article 24(3)(d) provides reservation of seats for SCs and STs in every panchayat. Article 335 of the Constitution says that the claims of SCs and STs shall be taken into consideration constitutionally with the maintenance of efficiency of the administration. Now we will deal with the conclusion. Reservation is fair as far as it provides appropriate positive discrimination for the benefit of the downtrodden and economically backward sections of the society. But when it stands to harm the society and ensure privileges to some at the cost of others for narrow political ends, it should be done away with as soon as possible. The communities excluded from reservation harbor animosity and prejudice against the castes included in the reservation category. Thank you.